welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angela, and this week I am in beautiful Riviera Maya here in Mexico. I am here on a 6-day, 5-night, all-inclusive resort package with my family, so I'm super excited to take you guys along with us for the next 6 days as we explore our beautiful resort, this area, and do a few excursions as well. This morning we flew in from Toronto to the Cancun airport, and then we just found our airport shuttle, which was included in our package with WestJet Vacations, to take us to our resort here, which is the BARCELO Maya Caribe Hotel. And this is part of like the BARCELO resort neighborhood that they have here. So when we drove in, there's like a bunch of different hotel options, but they're all within these grounds, and we have access to all of it, I believe. It's a pretty big area, so we're gonna go walk around and explore. We just got to our room. I'm gonna give you a quick tour of it in just a second, but essentially we have 2 rooms that are right next to each other. I'm here in this room with my sister, and my parents are staying in the room that is actually connected to ours, which is awesome. We just dropped off all of our stuff. We are gonna go head out to hopefully grab a bite first because we are pretty hungry. Super excited to explore, and I'll take you along with us as we enjoy the next 6 days here in Riviera Maya. Alrighty, giving you a quick room tour of our room. This is the entrance area here. We just have a closet here with some bathrobes and some space to put our jackets and stuff. We've got a safe, and then on this side we have our bathroom. It's just a classic bathroom, nothing much to say about it. This is the shower area. It's pretty spacious actually. It's some space here to put our luggage, and then our vanity right here. Say hi, Annie. And we have 2 double beds in this room, and then our parents have 1 king bed in their room, which is actually connected through this door. We're just on the 2nd floor. Just got our little patio here with the view of the trees, which is super nice. Yay! There we go. This is the other room. After dropping off our bags, we head out to explore the massive property and find some food since we were pretty hungry. The main buffet was closed between lunch and dinner, so we walked toward the pool and beach area to find the snack bars that were open throughout the day. The first one we checked out was called Rancho Grande, and unfortunately did not have very many good food options available. The selection was pretty limited, and what we did eat was not super tasty, so we ended up walking over to another snack bar called Captain Morgan's, which had more options, but the quality of the food was pretty similar. Even so, we still found some decent bites from the options available to fill our stomach before we continued exploring the property. There were so many pools and lots of activities available, including all types of different sports and even a full schedule of entertainment that was organized by the staff. For us, we decided to take a chill, so we grabbed some towels and checked out one of these swim-up pool bars for a nice cold beverage. I am back in my room. I took just a quick shower after we chilled at the pool on the beach today. It was so nice. This property, like the entire BARCELO property, is so much bigger than I expected. Today we just explored like our kind of stretch of the resort property. Right now it is about 6:30. We're gonna go grab some dinner from the main buffet that wasn't open when we were checking in and trying to grab some food. So we're gonna go check that buffet out. The 2 that we've checked out are honestly kind of underwhelming in terms of the food that they had during the snack bar hours, but it is what it is. We found a few bites, but yeah, it was very, very mediocre in terms of the food. The drinks are okay, nothing special either. Classic all-inclusive drinks, cocktails, that sort of thing. And honestly, it was really, really quiet today. We were by the pool. There's a lot of empty space, which I was really surprised by, but maybe it'll get busier as we go because it's getting closer and closer to Christmas time. For context, we're here about like a week before Christmas, and we thought that it was going to be really busy, but it's not. So we'll see how busy it gets. But look how pretty this is. These are like the palm trees, and at night they have all these like lights on them, which is just so cute. There's like a fountain over there, and then there's also a theater, which we're gonna go see the show tonight at 9:30. So really excited for that. But so far it's been a very peaceful day. It's been really nice. We saw a really pretty rainbow, but it wasn't like super sunny today, so hopefully it gets a little bit more sunny throughout the days. But the water was really good temperature. It was really warm, so I'm excited to do some more swimming in the ocean. But yeah, we're gonna go grab some dinner, probably go see the show, and then we'll see if we do any other exploring tonight. But I'll take you along with us for the rest of today, and then I'll see you in the morning as well. The main buffet definitely had more options, but still the quality of the food was pretty mediocre. After dinner, we walked around the big mall that was connected to our resort, which featured Strikers, sports bar, and bowling center, a few fancier restaurants that required reservations, some shops and activities for children like the rock climbing wall and carousel, and then at the end of the big hall was the Plaza Mexicana, where they had a whole market full of lots of vendors selling different souvenirs, which was pretty cool to have on property. They also had a chapel for mass, as well as one of the big theaters where they have a show every evening. Morning! It is day 2 of our time here in Riviera Maya. Yesterday we just ate dinner and then we went out to watch a quick show at the theater next door. It was like a game show. There was just a bunch of people playing games that we were just watching, so we didn't stay for too long. Got some good sleep, and now we are ready to go out for our day today. We are going to be heading over to grab some breakfast first from the buffet, and then we found out that the property, well, we knew the property was big, but we found out that the property has a double-decker bus that will take you to all of the different resorts in this complex. So we're gonna take that and go explore the other side, which we barely kind of got to yesterday while we were exploring. So we're gonna go check out what they have over there. They have like their own food options and all of that we have access to at the other 2 resorts on that side. But basically found out that there are 6 resorts in total. 2 of them we don't have access, well, we have access to, but we can't eat or drink there with our all-inclusive pass. But out of the 6, 4 of them we can. So we're gonna go to the other side to check out the other 2 that we haven't checked out yet. I forgot what they're called. I think it's Colonial and Tropical that are on that side. So we're gonna go grab some brekkie and then take that double-decker bus, check out the other side that we haven't yet, and then we'll see what we get up to for the rest of the day. We don't have anything planned, so it's just another beach exploration day. Hello, it is a little bit later. It is currently 6:30. We spent our entire day exploring the BARCELO properties. It is a massive place. We took the double-decker bus that they offer all the way from our hotel to the end, which is the BARCELO Maya Palace Resort, which is beautiful. And then we kind of just walked along the beach all the way back to our property, which is the Caribe, and it was super nice because there was actually so many people out today because the weather is really nice and it was super sunny and beautiful. So a lot of the beach chairs and all of that were taken by the time we walked through. But we did end up finding some chairs by the pool and then by the beach later on, so we got to enjoy the very nice pool and beach here. And we saw a bunch of like fish in the water, which was really beautiful. They're like silver with like these black streaks and they're really pretty. Right now we just came back, we took a quick shower, and we're gonna head out to dinner very soon. It is just past sunset, if you can see over there, and we're probably just going to do a quick dinner somewhere and then maybe watch the show tonight. We'll see. I forgot what the show is, but I'll double check. We'll probably end up calling it a night pretty early because we actually have an excursion booked tomorrow to do Chichen Itza and a cenote and a tequila tasting. So part of that tour, which we booked on Viator, it leaves at like 7:45. They're picking us up from our hotel at 7:45 a.m. tomorrow. So we're going to need to go to bed a little bit earlier and wake up early tomorrow, so I'm super excited for that. It's honestly been kind of annoying though. We paid for the tour, and today for hotel pickup, which is supposed to be included in the package that we paid for, they made us pay an extra 10 USD per person. They also told us that the entrance to Chichen Itza, there's like a local tax, which is 39 USD per person, which essentially is like admission to the Mayan ruins. So they're just like making all of these additional payments, which is really scammy. So don't know if I would recommend it, but it has like 20,000 reviews on Viator, which are really good. So I don't know why like nobody's talking about how scammy this feels, but it is what it is. Hopefully we have a good tour tomorrow. But yeah, that is what we got up to today on day 2, and I will take you with us tomorrow as we head to Chichen Itza. As part of our tour, they picked us up from the hotel super early in the morning, and we drove to our first stop, which was Chichen, where we had our tequila tasting and cenote experience. They had lockers and life jackets for us to use, and we got to enjoy the cenote, which is a natural water well, which also had a small waterfall. After swimming in the cenote, we enjoyed our taco and buffet lunch that was included in our tour before we head to our next stop of the day, Chichen Itza. This is one of the new 7 wonders of the world and an ancient Mayan city full of history and mystery. The main pyramid, El Castillo, has this interesting feature where if you stand at the bottom and clap your hands from certain angles, the echo bounces back, sounding like the chirp of a sacred quetzal bird. Our tour guide did such a great job of bringing the site to life. He explained how the pyramid isn't just a stunning piece of architecture, but also a massive calendar, perfectly aligned with the sun during the spring and fall equinoxes when shadows create the illusion of a serpent slithering down the steps. He also shared stories of how the ball courts, temples, and carvings revealed so much about Mayan society. Having him walk us through each section really helped us to understand the significance behind what we were seeing instead of just looking at a pile of ancient rocks. After exploring Chichen Itza, our next stop was the charming colonial city of Valladolid. Compared to the grandeur of the ruins, Valladolid felt cozy, colorful, and full of life, and the main square is the kind of place where you just want to sit, people watch, and soak up the atmosphere. We wandered around the plaza, checked out the San Salvacio Cathedral, and admired the way the old Spanish architecture blends with the vibrant local culture. And of course, we had to try some local street food. We decided to try the tosti elotes, which is basically elotes or Mexican street corn, but served right inside a bag of Tostitos chips. They add corn, mayo, cheese, lime, and chili powder, and it's ridiculously good. It was the perfect snack to recharge before heading back onto the bus to drive back to our hotel. Good morning! Welcome to day 4. Yesterday we had a very fun excursion out to Chichen Itza and a cenote. Super fun, and we got back in around like 8 p.m. This morning we woke up a little bit early because we want to try to do some of the water activities that they have available for free. And we need to go and book early in the morning because we figured that out 2 days ago. So we're just heading over to the beach right now to try to book a spot on the catamarans, which are up to 4 people, but if we don't have sailing experience, then we need to have a guide. Even though there's a super long line, we successfully made a reservation for the 4 of us to take the catamaran, which we thought was not an option, but they actually have a family catamaran, which fits 4 plus an instructor. So we booked that for 3 p.m. So now we are going to go grab a quick bite, and then there is a show every day at the dolphinarium area. So we're going to go watch that at 10:30, and then we'll see what else we get up to. We want to do some snorkeling. They have free snorkels here at the scuba diving shop, so we'll probably do that later. Our resort had a dolphin show at the on-site dolphinarium. I know these attractions are controversial and raise concerns about animal welfare, so I just want to say that I don't personally support keeping dolphins in captivity for entertainment. I'm just including this clip to show the full experience of the resort. On a lighter note, one funny thing we noticed was the staff knocking coconuts off of the palm trees. I'm guessing to keep them from falling onto guests, but it was one of those little behind the scenes moments you don't usually think about at a resort, but it made us laugh. After eating lunch and relaxing for a bit, we decided to take advantage of one of the perks that the resort offers, which is that they let you borrow snorkeling gear for an hour for free. So we grabbed our masks and headed straight for the beach. The water was crystal clear, and almost immediately we spotted a stingray gliding along the sand, which was a cool but scary surprise. After that, we did a little bit of snorkeling and saw some fish, but not a ton else, but it was still a really nice way to spend our day. Next, it was time to head to our booking for the catamaran ride, which is also included in our stay. Our sailing guide took us out onto the water, and since the wind was pretty strong that day, we ended up flying across the waves. It was such a thrill, and honestly, one of my favorite experiences of the whole trip. After our lovely beach day, we got ready for our reservation at the Spanish restaurant La Fuente. As part of our stay, we got 2 dinner reservations depending on how many nights you book at the resort, and this was one of them. Compared to the regular buffet and snack bar food, this felt like such a step up. The dishes were beautifully prepared and the whole vibe was just so nice. The best part was that there was a little band of musicians that went around to each table, singing different Spanish songs and serenading each table. It was such a fun surprise, and honestly, one of those moments that just made the night and the whole trip feel so special. It is day 5, aka our second last day here in beautiful Mexico. Yesterday we had so much fun enjoying the resort. We woke up pretty early, lined up for the Catamaran. We had the guide and he took us on like a ride for about 30 minutes or so. It was really fun. And because it was so fun, this morning, my dad went again in the morning because you have to line up at 9 a.m. to try to get a spot. So we have another Catamaran ride today at 4 p.m., which I am super excited for. And then yesterday we went snorkeling. You can borrow a snorkeling set for an hour. At night, we went out to our first like reserved restaurant for dinner, which we tried La Fuente, I forgot what it's called, the Spanish restaurant. They had like a buffet of appetizers that you can choose from, and then you can order like your own appetizer, entree, and dessert. Also, there was like this band that was just going around the restaurant to each table serenading them with a song, which was really fun. There's a few things we still haven't tried yet that are included in our stay, including mini golf. So we're gonna go there today and hopefully do some mini golf and see what else there is. I'm gonna check the program in a second to see if there's any fun activities today. Hello, it is time for us to head out for our second dinner reservation, which is going to be at the Italian restaurant. I think it's called La Trattoria, which I am very excited to try. Yesterday, our Spanish dinner reservation was actually pretty good, so hoping for the best. There's like, I think there's over like 10, are there 10 options?
6, and then there's like 4 or 5 you can pay extra for.
There's a lot of options, but we did some Googling before to see which ones were the best, and it seems like the Spanish and the Italian has the best, and so we were only able to choose 2 to eat at because we're staying for 5 nights. I think it depends on how many nights you're staying, so hopefully the Italian one is good. We're gonna go check that out. I'm probably gonna watch the show and then maybe hit the nightclub tonight. We shall see. Day 6 here in beautiful Mexico, aka our last day of this trip, which is very sad because it has been so lovely. Yesterday we enjoyed the beach, we went on another catamaran cruise thingy, and then we had dinner and hit up like the nightclub, which was a very not fun experience. We went to bed a bit early and then we got some good sleep and enjoyed our last night here at the hotel. It was so comfortable, the beds super duper comfy. Today is our last day where we need to check out of our room at 12. It's currently 9 a.m. but we can stay on property and keep using the facilities and everything. But first we're gonna grab a quick breakfast from the buffet, which we haven't been doing most of these days because we wake up too late. We're not gonna go in the water today because we just don't want to deal with swimsuits and all of that. We're just probably gonna lay on the beach for a while, maybe do some mini golf, which we still haven't gone around to. So we're gonna go hit up the mini golf place and try that out since it's included in our stay, and we also don't want to get wet, so it's actually a perfect day to do that. And make sure you stay tuned to the end of this video to get my final thoughts on this vacation and the good, the bad, the ugly in terms of our stay here at BARCELO, Riviera Maya, and our excursion that we went on. So stick around for that. Hello, hello. It is many months later after that trip that you just saw, editing Angela here to close out this vlog. I just wanted to give my final thoughts on my vacation and what I do and don't recommend. Overall, I really enjoyed my stay at the BARCELO hotels. I think that just the size of the property on its own is pretty astounding, and that means that you have access to a massive beach and the double-decker bus that takes you all around the property. There's just so much available, which is why I recommend it, especially for families. I think that this is a really good all-inclusive option, and I really enjoyed all of the inclusions that they had as a part of our stay. We got to ride on the Catamaran, we got to play mini golf, which was super fun, and there's just like a lot that was available on the property, which I really appreciated. The one downside I would say about the property is that the food is not great. There was a lot of options, I would say, but none of them were like anything to write home about. Even the 2 dining reservations that we had, even though the food was significantly better compared to the buffet, it's still nothing amazing. If you watched my last vlog where I went to Cancun and I stayed at the Rio Las Americas hotel, that hotel I would say had much better food, but it's definitely not family friendly. It's an adults only resort. It was also a lot smaller, so if you're just hoping to go there for some good food and drinks and to relax a little bit on the beach and not do too many activities, I do think that the Rio Palace Las Americas was also a really good resort to stay at. It's just for kind of 2 different types of audiences. So yeah, overall, I really enjoyed our stay at the BARCELO. I thought it was a really cool property that had a lot of things to do. With regard to the one excursion that we did do off property, I don't know if I would recommend doing that tour, just because I think it left a really sour taste in my mouth when they added all of these additional hidden fees that were on top of the amount that I paid on Viator for the tour. So I don't think I would recommend that tour specifically, but I do recommend checking out Chichen Itza if you're going to be in the Cancun Riviera Maya area, just because it is one of the 7 new wonders of the world, and it was really amazing to learn about the history, and our tour guide was great. I will give him that, but everything else felt kind of scammy. But yeah, overall, I had a really great time in Riviera Maya, and I always love going to Mexico. The weather is incredible, the beaches are incredible, and I think that everybody should check it out if you're looking for a nice all-inclusive vacation spot. I'm actually headed back there in a few months from now with my friends, so you may see another Mexico vlog coming very soon, so stick around for that. But that's all I have for this vlog. Thank you for watching and coming along with me for my 6 days in Riviera Maya, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye!